Have you ever stared at the ceiling late at night, the silence almost deafening, your heart echoing in the dark, wondering if that little pill beside your bed might be the only way to find peace? What if the very thing you trust for rest is quietly working against you, slowing your reflexes, clouding your memory, or even putting your life at risk? Because for millions of seniors, the truth about sleeping pills after 70 isn't just surprising, it's downright alarming. Today, we'll uncover 7 shocking facts that could completely change the way you think about sleep and health. Stay with me until the end, because I'll share one simple, doctor-approved method to help you fall asleep naturally, without relying on a single pill. Now, let's begin. Sleeping pills can double your risk of falling, and for older adults, a fall can be fatal. Picture this. It's 3 a.m., and the world is wrapped in stillness. You've been tossing and turning, desperate for sleep, so you take that familiar pill. Within minutes, your eyelids grow heavy, your body relaxes, and you drift into that hazy calm. But then, nature calls. You rise slowly, feet searching for the floor, the room swaying as if it's breathing. Still half under the pill's spell, you shuffle toward the bathroom, hand on the wall for balance. Then, suddenly, your foot slips. The world tilts, and the cold floor meets you before you can even react. A single fall like that can change everything, and for many seniors, it starts with one seemingly harmless pill. For many people, a fall might mean nothing more than a bruise and a moment of embarrassment. But after 70, a single misstep can become life-changing, or even life-ending. Research from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society makes it painfully clear. Sleeping pills, especially benzodiazepines like Valium or Klonopin and Z-drugs such as Ambien, Lunesta, or Zopiclone, can double the risk of falling in older adults. Why? Because our aging bodies no longer process these drugs as efficiently. What fades quickly in a younger person lingers in a senior's system, circulating through the bloodstream, dulling reflexes, and clouding judgment well into the next morning. Balance becomes uncertain, coordination falters, and muscles respond slower, all while bones grow fragile and healing slows. It's the perfect storm of vulnerability. According to the CDC, falls remain the leading cause of fatal injuries among adults over 65, claiming more than 34,000 lives in 2021 alone. But behind those numbers are stories, grandparents whose laughter, warmth, and wisdom vanish far too soon. 1 in 5 falls leads to serious injury, a broken wrist, a fractured hip, or even a brain injury. And half of those who break a hip never regain their full mobility again. What follows is often a painful cycle of surgeries, long hospital stays, and loss of independence, all triggered by a small pill meant to bring rest. That little bottle beside your bed may promise peace, but it's quietly gambling with your safety. For older adults, preserving balance, independence, and awareness far outweighs the fleeting comfort of drug-induced sleep. And that's only the beginning. Each pill may also be speeding up something far more dangerous, the aging of your brain itself. Sleep should be your body's ultimate reset button, your brain's time to organize, repair, and strengthen memory, like a librarian putting every thought and experience back in its proper place. But when sleeping pills enter the picture, that natural process is disrupted. Studies published in the British Medical Journal have revealed a chilling truth. Long-term use of sleeping pills, particularly benzodiazepines such as Valium, Xanax, or Ativan, is linked to a much higher risk of dementia. The evidence is growing stronger each year, showing that what feels like help for your rest could actually be harming your mind. By age 70, the brain is already undergoing natural changes, neurons thinning, connections slowing, and memory processing shifting. It's a delicate balance. Yet, sleeping pills interfere with that rhythm, throwing the brain's maintenance system into disarray and accelerating decline. Sometimes what we take to find rest might be the very thing stealing it from us in the long run. Benzodiazepines and similar drugs work by suppressing activity in the central nervous system, a shortcut to sleep that seems harmless at first. But over time, this suppression starts to mirror the same kind of decline seen in neurodegenerative diseases. Memory becomes hazy, like looking through a fogged window. Thoughts that once flowed easily begin to twist and tangle. One landmark study revealed a sobering truth. Seniors who used these medications for more than 3 months faced a 51% higher risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. Think about that. Half again as likely to lose the memories, stories, and faces that make life meaningful, all for a few nights of chemically induced rest. Imagine sitting with your grandchildren, their bright eyes waiting for you to tell a story from your youth, only to find the words slipping away. Or picture yourself staring at a crossword puzzle, once a source of quiet pride, now just a grid of confusion. Trading mental clarity for a few extra hours of artificial sleep isn't just unwise, it's heartbreaking. The research isn't claiming every pill guarantees harm, but it's a clear and growing warning. The longer you depend on these medications, the more you risk speeding up the clock on your brain's decline. So it's worth asking yourself, is that fleeting escape worth the lasting cost? Tolerance, too, builds faster than you might imagine. Picture this. The first night, you hold that tiny pill in your hand, hopeful it will finally bring rest. You take it, and soon the edges of the world soften. Your racing thoughts quiet, and sleep unfolds around you like a warm, gentle fog. For a moment, it feels like magic, a return to peace you thought you'd lost. But within a week, that same pill begins to lose its power. The calm it once offered slips further away, so you take another, then another, chasing that first moment of relief. What started as help becomes habit, and what once worked now barely takes effect. This isn't weakness, it's biology. After 70, your liver and kidneys process drugs more slowly, while your brain adapts at lightning speed. It learns to resist the very chemicals meant to calm it. So, as your body slows down, your brain races ahead, and the balance you seek slips even further from reach. Experts from the National Institute on Aging have issued a serious warning. Tolerance to sleeping pills can take hold faster than most realize. In as little as 2 weeks, the same pill that once promised peace can lose its power. At first, it's barely noticeable. You wake an hour earlier, your dreams fading before they finish. But soon, the nights stretch longer, and the comfort those pills once brought begins to fade away. You start taking higher doses, not to sleep deeply, but just to avoid the torment of sleeplessness itself. The science behind this is clear. Sedative hypnotic drugs like benzodiazepines and Z drugs overstimulate the brain's GABA receptors, slowing down neural activity to induce rest. Yet over time, those receptors grow numb, demanding more to achieve less. Instead of truly sleeping, you drift through a foggy half-sleep, a sedated state that feels like rest, but isn't. Miss a single dose, and withdrawal crashes over you like a wave. Your nerves fire erratically, your heart pounds, and your thoughts spin out of control. What once felt like a lifeline becomes a leash, tightening with every night you depend on it. The bedroom, once a place of comfort, now feels like a battleground where peace seems impossible. And perhaps the cruelest truth of all is realizing that the pill you once trusted for relief has slowly become the very reason you can't sleep. But the story doesn't end there. In some cases, these pills stop working altogether. And even worse, they can make insomnia return with greater force. Research from sleep medicine reviews exposes a phenomenon called rebound insomnia, where long-term users, especially seniors over 70, find themselves trapped in nights of even deeper sleeplessness than before. Imagine this. After months or years of relying on that tiny tablet to drift off, one night it suddenly fails you. Your brain, weary of being subdued, rebels. Instead of quiet, your thoughts race. Your body feels charged, restless, almost electric. Sleep doesn't come, only the buzzing chaos of a nervous system fighting back. For older adults, this rebellion is especially harsh. As we age, deep, restorative sleep naturally diminishes, replaced by lighter, more fragmented cycles. When rebound insomnia strikes, it tears through that fragile balance like a wrecking ball, leaving exhaustion, confusion, and despair in its wake. It's a cruel irony. The very cure that once promised rest can become the thief of it. Studies have identified the culprit behind this cruel cycle. Long-term use of drugs like zolpidem or lorazepam dulls the brain's natural sedative pathways, leaving them sluggish and overstressed. In response, the body swings the other way, flooding itself with stimulating chemicals like norepinephrine, cortisol, and adrenaline. Suddenly, you're not just awake, you're wide awake in a way that feels punishing. Your heart races as if you've just run a marathon. Your skin tingles with restless energy, and your eyes, heavy and dry, refuse to close. You rise from bed and wander through the quiet halls of your home, the ticking clock mocking every second of lost sleep. This isn't ordinary wakefulness, it's torment. What once promised calm now delivers chaos. You took that pill to silence your mind, to escape the endless loop of midnight thoughts. But now, that chatter has become a roar, and peace feels like a memory from another lifetime. The cruel irony is undeniable. The pill that was designed to cradle you into sleep becomes the very thief that robs you of it, leaving you stranded in a storm of sleeplessness you helped create. And here's the bitter truth. It's almost poetic in its injustice. The very thing you trusted to keep you grounded has set you adrift, a sleepless castaway in a sea that never calms. Experts now agree, when it comes to sleeping pills, less is more. Leading specialists from the American Academy of Sleep Medicine warn that seniors should limit their use to no more than once or twice a week, and only for short-term disruptions, such as jet lag or moments of deep emotional stress. The nightly ritual of reaching for a pill may feel harmless, but after 70, it becomes a dangerous gamble. Why? Because your body changes. The liver and kidneys, those tireless filters, slow down with age. What passed quickly through your system at 50 now lingers well into the next day at 75, building up quietly in your bloodstream. A dose that once felt gentle can slowly turn heavy, even toxic. Sedatives like zolpidem, Ambien, Valium, or Xanax don't just vanish. They accumulate. The side effects can sneak up on you. Lingering drowsiness that stretches into noon, foggy memory, or an unexpected stumble on the stairs. These aren't just signs of aging, they're red flags. Dr. Michael Bray, a respected clinical psychologist and sleep specialist, puts it bluntly, pills are a band-aid, not a cure. And he's right. Research published in Sleep Medicine Reviews backs this up, revealing that long-term use increases the risk of falls, fractures, and cognitive decline, quietly chipping away at the independence so many older adults work hard to protect. For chronic insomnia, the kind that keeps you staring at the ceiling night after night, pills might offer temporary relief, but they can never replace the healing power of natural, restorative sleep. These medications aren't truly a solution. They're a fragile crutch, helping you limp through the night without ever addressing the real cause of sleeplessness. The American Geriatric Society has raised a clear red flag, listing sleeping pills among the drugs seniors should avoid whenever possible, as part of their Choosing Wisely campaign against medical overuse. Here's the surprising truth experts emphasize. You probably don't need them nearly as much as you think. Imagine cutting back to just one pill a week, or letting them go completely, and still finding your way to deep, natural rest. That's not wishful thinking. It's a real science-backed possibility proven by countless older adults who have already done it. Picture this. You slide into bed, the cool sheets brushing against your skin. Instead of reaching for that familiar pill bottle, you simply trust your body to remember what it once knew how to do. The first few nights might be rough. You toss, turn, and stare at the ceiling, your thoughts refusing to quiet down. But then, something begins to shift. Your breathing steadies, your muscles relax, and sleep gently finds you, naturally, peacefully, without drugs. Experts point to powerful, proven alternatives that don't come in a prescription bottle. Cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, or CBTI, has been called the gold standard for treating sleep problems because it retrains your mind and body to rest on their own. Even small changes, like avoiding late-day naps, dimming lights before bedtime, or letting morning sunlight reset your internal clock, can restore your rhythm over time. Dr. Michael Bruce, one of the leading sleep experts, champions this less is more approach. He reminds seniors that the goal isn't to knock yourself out. It's to rediscover sleep that feels earned, restful, and safe. After 70, every night of clear-headed rest is a quiet victory, a chance to reclaim your energy, clarity, and joy. So why risk all of that for a temporary fix that can take more than it gives? The message from the experts is simple. Scale back, rethink your habits, and let science guide you toward a healthier, more sustainable way to sleep. Because when it comes to your golden years, less isn't just more. It's everything. You make it through the night, perhaps thanks to that familiar little pill you took with a sip of water. But now, as the morning light streams in, you find yourself slumped at the kitchen table, a half-finished cup of coffee cooling in your hands. Your eyelids grow heavy, your head dips forward, and you jolt awake, too tired to truly join the day. Outside, the world is alive. Sunlight spills across the floor, a breeze stirs the trees, and birds fill the air with song. But you sit there, caught in a fog that dulls your senses. The pill that promised rest has stolen your morning instead, leaving you trapped in a haze of exhaustion. Sleeping pills don't simply lull you to sleep and disappear by morning. They linger like unwelcome guests who refuse to leave. Research published in Clinical Geriatrics reveals the hidden toll of this prolonged effect. Seniors who depend on these medications often report constant fatigue during the day, their energy dimmed as if someone quietly turned down the light inside them. Worse yet, the mental fog sets in. Words fade mid-sentence, thoughts scatter, and clarity slips away like autumn leaves carried by the wind. One study even uncovered a disturbing truth. Older adults who take these pills are more likely to be involved in car accidents. Their reflexes dull just enough to miss a stop sign or hesitate at the wrong moment. After 70, every ounce of energy is precious. That heavy drowsiness isn't just inconvenient, it's a thief. It steals more than alertness. It steals moments that make life rich. The crisp afternoon you might have spent raking leaves with your grandchild, their laughter echoing as golden leaves dance in the air. The quiet peace of tending your garden, the scent of earth grounding you as your hands brush against new blossoms. The laughter of friends gathered around a bridge table, the simple pleasure of solving a crossword, or rocking on your porch as the sun melts into the horizon. When fatigue dulls your senses, those vivid moments blur into half-remembered haze, fading before you can even enjoy them. Why let that happen? After 7 decades of living, through trials, triumphs, and everything in between, you've earned the right to feel fully awake, to savor every precious detail of life. Your golden years aren't meant to drift by in a medicated fog. They're meant for light, laughter, and presence. Don't let a pill steal that from you. It doesn't just take your time, it quietly takes your life. Here's the hopeful truth. Your body still knows how to sleep. The National Sleep Foundation makes it clear. Aging doesn't erase your ability to rest, it simply reshapes it. Deep, uninterrupted sleep may give way to lighter cycles, with moments of wakefulness in the quiet hours of the night. You may rise with the dawn, or nap gently in the afternoon, stitching together rest in smaller pieces. It may not look like it once did, but it's still yours. That natural rhythm remains, a quiet, resilient gift your body never forgot. Sleeping pills don't support this rhythm. They suppress it, forcing an artificial blackout that robs your brain of the delicate patterns it needs for true, restorative rest. It's a shortcut, not a solution, and it comes with a price. Dependence, grogginess, and the quiet belief that sleep is something you take, not something you find. But here's the uplifting truth. Step away from that crutch, and your body can find its rhythm again. It's never too late. Your brain, resilient as ever, still remembers how to rest naturally, like a river reclaiming its path once the dam is gone. The National Institute on Aging confirms that, with patience and care, seniors can restore sleep that feels natural, restorative, and truly peaceful. How? Experts call it a sleep hygiene reset, a gentle art of guiding your body back to balance. 2 hours before bed, dim the lights. Replace bright bulbs with the soft glow of a lamp or candlelight. Signals to your brain that night is near. Avoid caffeine after noon. Your metabolism may not clear it as quickly as before. Stick to a regular bedtime, even if it feels inconvenient at first. Your circadian rhythm, the body's built-in clock, craves that consistency. Add small rituals that calm you. A warm bath to ease tension. A quiet book. Something familiar, not thrilling. And if your thoughts won't settle, try deep, slow breathing. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Letting your chest rise and fall like waves on a quiet shore. A short afternoon walk in sunlight can also help, reminding your body when it's time to rest later. The first few nights may feel difficult, tossing, turning, waiting, but stay with it. Within weeks, many seniors find their sleep deepens, dreams return, and mornings greet them clear and refreshed. Imagine lying in bed, the day's weight lifting off your shoulders, your breath slowing, and your mind gently settling. No pills, no haze, just the pure rhythm of your body doing what it was always meant to do. Isn't it remarkable that even now, after so many years, your body still holds the secret to peaceful sleep? Aging may change the pattern, but it doesn't take away the gift. Rest is still yours to rediscover, a quiet triumph as natural as sunrise. So, what lesson stays with you most? Maybe it's the hidden dangers of sleeping pills, or the hope that your body still knows how to rest on its own. Whatever it is, let it remind you that balance and peace are always within reach. Wishing you good health, restful nights, and many peaceful mornings ahead. Stay well, stay strong, and remember to subscribe to Healthy Aging Blueprint, where we help you live your best, healthiest years yet.